Hello everyone, I believe we are now live on YouTube, bear with a second, we're just checking that everything's coming through alright. Before we begin, here we go, we are live, I believe. This is the audio coming through, I'm just checking it on my end. It is.
Hey.
Yeah, it's coming through perfect. So, hello everybody, and welcome along to Kart Silverstone. You join us here in the middle of the Silverstone 24-hour for a grid draw for next Wednesday's midweek Silverstone Round 3. We're joined here by Josh Wynn, who, as you can see...
You dragged me off track.
He is in his gear. He was out earlier doing qualifying for his team. Who are you with?
MSKT. I didn't do very well for the qualifying.
No,
so.
he qualified 37th, which there's 45 cars, so it's not last, but...
I was battling too much. It was all on me, all on me.
He didn't do too great. Anyway, so we've dragged him off track, and you can see he's in his gear, and he's going to be helping us here with the grid draw. So what we've got here, we've got a yellow box here for lightweights, because those who know EKS know that the colour for lightweights is yellow, and then we've got grey for heavyweights, same reason. So the way it's going to work is going to be different to the draw we did for the Silverstone Showdown. This time around, we're not drawing which heat you're in, we're drawing where you're starting on the grid for your heats, because we already know which heat you're in the lightweight heat or the heavyweight heat. So yeah, that's the way it's going to work. He's got 20 numbers in there, 1 to 20, and again 20 numbers in there, 1 to 20. As you can see, they're mixed up as he's doing as you speak. So what we're going to do is we're going to draw the numbers out of the boxes. Like I say, that decides where you're then starting. That's your grid position for heat 1. Your grid position then for heats 2 and 3 are then kind of determined by that. There's basically a system, it's quite complicated, I understand it, it's using a bit of maths, whereby your grid position for your heat 1, that then decides your grid position for your second and your third heat. What it will end up doing is it will give everyone the same average starting position of around about 11th, 10th, 11th, kind of 10th and a half position average. Is what it will average out at. So that system will work it all out. I've got up on the right hand side of your screen is the live kind of tracker of what position each person's starting in for each race. So as I type the numbers in that Josh pulls out, so that will then basically tell you on screen, on that right side of the screen, your grid position for your second and third heats. So for those unfamiliar with how the format's going to work, next Wednesday, we're going to be running it around the alternate layout, the same layout that we used for the first half of the Silverstone Showdown and for the last round of our midweek championship. And there's going to be a 5-minute warm-up, followed by 3 6-minute heats for each class this is, and then there's going to be a 12-minute final, which is double length, obviously compared to the heats, and it's double points as well compared to the heats. So it's a bit like a double point feature race is the way you can think of it. Yeah, like I say, the grids for the heats are decided what Josh is about to draw now. The grids for the finals are decided based on your points scored in your heats. So it's all reasonably logical and normal stuff. So.
Yeah,
are you ready?
It makes sense to me. Let's go.
You ready to go? So, without further ado, if I get this up on my end, this will hopefully all work. We are running this stream, by the way, on public Wi-Fi. It's the Wi-Fi here at Silverstone. So, if I go all pixelated at any moment in time, freeze, lag, anything like that, I do apologise. Blame the public Wi-Fi. We are here at the 24 hour at the moment. There's about 300 people all on the public Wi-Fi. So, if this lasts, this stream, I will be impressed. But yes. Hopefully this is going to work. We are recording this as well, so we can just, well, we will upload it afterwards anyway. Right, are you ready?
I'm ready.
So, first of all then, starting, well, wherever Josh is about to draw, in the lightweight heat 1, is Jamie Tyler-Gooden. He's the 2024 EKS Junior Champion and current championship leader in our Silverstone Championship. And for the first heat, he will be starting in... 15th, which will mean that, as I type the number in on my end, he starts 12th for heat 2 and 5th for heat 3. Josh has got a physical version of this as well, so if the internet goes down on me, we'll do it just based on paper there. But Jamie Tyler-Gooden, you're starting in 15th, 12th and 5. By the way, this assumes that there are going to be 20 drivers, which is the capacity for each grid. So it assumes there's going to be 20 drivers in each grid. If there ends up being slightly less, we'll then change over to the appropriate grid sheet and the numbers will change accordingly. But yeah, we're going to proceed under the assumption there'll end up being 20 of you in each class. So next up then, starting in wherever Josh is about to draw, is Louis Draper. He has been racing with us since day one, well, racing our inaugural event and regular in this championship as well. He'll be starting his first heat from
10th.
10th position. which in turn will make him start from pole position. You've got the extreme ends of the grids here, Louis. So you've got mid for the first one, then you're very much at the front on pole position for race 2, and then you're starting last for heat number 3. So yes, you've got the extreme ends here, Louis. Then next up, starting in wherever Josh is about to draw for heat 1, is Daniel Jones, who again, regular in the series, raced with us for the first 2 rounds. He's going to be starting his first heat from
17th?
17th position, which will in turn make him start from 8th and 7th for the remaining heats. So 2 kind of mid-ish
That's a nice one, that.
Yeah, that is actually quite nice. You're not at the extreme front, nor have you got to pick your way through everyone in the latter 2 heats.
Yep.
Next up then, we've then got Ty Jewis Sherlock. So again, regular in the series, finished second at round 1, being very quick so far today. And I believe, is he with your team this weekend?
Who's this?
Ty Jewis Sherlock?
Yes.
He is, yes. I did just see him in the tent a minute ago. So yeah, Ty with Joshua, is he?
Oh, I'm sorry. 18th Ty.
Starting from 18th place in the first heat, which means he's then starting from 6th position in his second heat, and he's starting from 8th position in heat number 3. Next up then, we have Bo Marley, who's new to the series. We'll be doing all the rounds though from this round onwards, so he will be a series regular from here onwards. So he'll be starting his first heat from
13th.
13th position.
Unlucky for some.
I promise there are some higher numbers in that box. Well, you're
I'm mixing, I am mixing it.
So that means that, Bo, you're going to be starting 13th place in your first heat. You're going to start 16th in your second heat, and you'll be all the way up in 3rd for your 3rd heat. So just as you can get to learn the track is when you get to go and start the front. Next up then is Ruby Grange. Again, been regular in this series so far this season. This will be her 3rd round of the season, and she's starting her first heat from 11th position.
Yeah.
That's one of the highest orders so far. So again, Ruby, you've got the extreme ends of the grid here. So you're starting your first heat from 11th, your second heat from whatever last place ends up being. So that's currently 20th position. And then for your 3rd heat, you'll be starting on pole position. Hey. So that'll be good fun for you. So next up then, we have Noah Johnson, who's racing in this series, I believe, for the first time. I don't believe you've done any previous rounds, Noah, although correct me if I'm wrong. He'll be starting his first heat from
9th.
Highest one so far. So, I mean, I think we can see which...
I'm mixing them all.
The remaining ones are going to be the high end of the grid, aren't they? So yes, Noah, you're starting your first heat from 9th position. You'll be starting your second heat all the way up in 3rd. And you'll be starting your 3rd heat from 2nd to last, which at the moment is 19th. Then, next up, we have Billy Casper. I know you are definitely making your debut in the series. You are teamed up as well with the next driver, Thomas Farrelly, I believe that is. So Billy will be starting his first heat from...
A nice low one. There
3rd place. So Billy, you're in at the deep end here. First time race of the series. You're right at the front of the grid for your first race. Definitely do the pre-event practice beforehand, otherwise you're going to get swallowed up. For those unaware, by the way, there's 2 20-minute prep practice sessions before the event at 5:45 and 6:15. Both cost £35 to book into via the booking pages for this event. So as you go to book into the event on our website, you'll find the link to the practice sessions through there. But next up then is his teammate Thomas Farrelly, I believe it's how to say your surname. So Thomas is starting his first heat from...
Oh, nice and close.
5th position, right behind his teammate. So you can bump draft your way towards the front if you want, or just try and strategically defend against everyone. It's up to you how you want to do it, as long as you keep it clean. But Thomas is starting his first race then from 5th place. He's starting his second race from 11th position, and he's starting his 3rd race from 15th. Next up then, we have Fawaz Adra, who's making his series debut. He'll be starting his first heat from
7th
position, which will in turn give him a 7th place again for heat 2. So that's 2 sort of halfway between a front and a middle start. And then you'll be starting your 3rd heat from 17th. Then we have Alex Ibanescu starting in...
Oh, wasn't ready for you on that one.
4th position. So again, Alex making his series debut, starting in 4th place right at the front for the first heat. And we're starting in 13th place for heat 2 and 14th place at the moment for heat 3. Next up then, we've got Josh Melling, series regular and irregular in the main series as well. Did very well last time out at Butler Park, finished in 2nd position, and he'll be starting his first heat here from 8th place. So we've got no one yet on the front row of the grid. So we've got Josh starting in 8th place for heat number 1, 5th place for heat number 2, and in 18th position for heat 3. So next up then, we've got Thomas Danby, who's making his series return, raced in round number 1, had some great battles with Hugh Murrayton, who was back for this round. He's the son of Richard Danby, and Thomas Danby is starting his first heat from...
Oh, it's the pole position.
Pole position! Thomas, have fun. You are starting on pole position for your first race back. First time doing this layout as well. Definitely do the pre-event practice, yeah. So, but well done, you're starting on pole position, I'm pleased for you. So you're starting on pole for race 1, 19th for heat 2, and 11th for heat number 3. Next up then, we've got someone who's been racing this series for many years, been racing with us since back in 2024, I think finished 6th in our junior championship in 2024. Did the last round as well of this championship. He's back for round 3, and that is Jules Larkin. He's starting his heat from... You got your back start there. So, Jules Larkin starting his first heat from 20th position, and then you're starting all the way up in 2nd, so the complete opposite end of the grid for heat 2, and then 10th place for heat 3. And then we've got the last name that's currently entered. More drivers are going to enter. That's pretty obvious. It should do anyway. There's still another 5 days to go until the event. So when more drivers enter, they'll take up the remaining grid slots that we're about to draw. So you are going to draw 20 names now and just have 5 blanks for the time being. But yeah, the last name that we currently have is Chloe Smith. So she'll be starting her first heat from 6th place. So Chloe will be starting in 6th position, in 9th position, and then in 16th place for heat 3. So the remainder of these drivers then are the ones yet to book in. Now when you book in, you're not necessarily going to be assigned these grid slots in the order you book in. So there's no way to trick the system. It will be random which set of these you get. But yeah, these are the 5 remaining ones that we can draw. So whoever will get this one will start.
Do you want them going in a row? Just keep going.
Yeah, just keep going.
So there's your 2nd place one.
You'll be starting in 2nd place. Whoever ends up getting those grid numbers, then the next person or a person will get 12th. So the one previous was 2nd, 17th and 12th. This one is 12th, 18th and 2nd. This one is 16th, which, not 26th, sorry. 16th will then get 10th and 6th.
Yep, 19th.
And then there'll be 19th, and that will be assigned to someone, and they'll start 9th, 4th and 9th.
And your final one, 14th.
Is 14th. So again, you'll get 14th, and then you get 14th again, and then you'll start 4th. So if you want any of those grid selections, feel free to book in, and you'll get one of them. So currently, the grade 4 heat 1 then is Thomas Danby on pole. There'll be someone who has yet to book in starting 2nd. Got Billy Caspel starting 3rd, Alex Ibanescu 4th, Thomas Farrelly 5th, Chloe Smith 6th, Fawaz Adra 7th, Josh Melling 8th, Noah Johnson 9th, Louis Draper 10th, Ruby Grage 11th, Bo Marlier 13th, someone else will be 12th who's yet to book in, someone who's yet to book in will be 14th, James Tydigan 15th, someone yet to book in 16th, Daniel Jones 17th, Ty Jewish Sherlock 18th, someone yet to book in 19th, and Jules Larkin will start 20th. And if you want to see where you'll start for the other heat in that kind of form, where it's a list form, feel free to head over to our results spreadsheet, which is linked on our website in the results section, in the standings section. Feel free to check out that spreadsheet that has everything listed there. So that's your lightweights for the time being, at least anyway. And then if I get this to open up, I'm just going to try and scroll over one second. Give me a second, viewers. So if we try and scroll over here, 1 second, it's not letting me scroll all the way over, bear with, that's why. Right, so it should now have on your screens, if that's all worked correctly, the heavyweight driver list. So I'm just checking on my end that has actually worked. I believe that has. Let me have a double check. Yes, it has indeed. So we have ourselves the heavyweights now, which means we'll be switching that over to the green box. So, first up then to draw for this is Lee Torrey, series regular, done all the rounds. He's been racing since 1994 in all manner of things, go-karts, bikes, cars, many, many things. He's probably the most experienced racer we've ever had in EKS, and he'll be starting his first heat from...
Let's have a look. They will be starting from 3rd place.
3rd place.
Not bad.
So Lee will be starting in 3rd place, then you'll start in 15th at the moment, and then you'll be in 13th. Then next up we have Richard Danby. The father of Thomas Danby, who's racing in the lightweight class. Richard is starting in 10th position. So that's for your first heat. Then you've got pole position. You're right at the front for heat 2. And then you've got your back start, 20th place right at the back for heat 3. So you've got the extreme ends of the grid there. Then next up, we've got Steve Hall, who again is a series regular. He'll be starting
pole
from...
position.
You got pole. Yeah, and you've done this layout as well before, both in the showdown and in the previous midweek rounds. So yeah, Steve, you're starting on pole position for your first heat. You got 19th for heat 2 at the moment and 11th position on the grid for heat 3. Then he's got his teammate Dan at Bull. He'll be starting his first heat from
12th.
12th position. So it'll be 12th for Dan, then it will be 18th for heat 2 and second on the grid for heat number 3. Then next up we've got Lee Sharp, again another series regular, very experienced driver in his own right. He'll be starting his first heat from 9th place. So he'll be starting in 9th place then for heat number 1. You'll be starting in 2nd position for heat 2 and currently speaking you'll be starting in 19th place for heat 3. Next up then we have Adam Thompson, probably the most regular of regulars in the whole of EKS. There's barely an event he's missed since late 2023. There's only about 2. So yeah, very much a series regular. And Adam will be starting his first heat from...
I'm looking for some.
13th. So he'll be 13th for heat 1. He'll be starting in 16th for heat 2. And then he'll be all the way up in 3rd place on the grid for heat 3. Next up then we've got Oliver Hall, returning I believe from the previous round if I can remember correctly. And he'll be starting his first heat from...
Second.
2nd place, right up at the sharp end. So you'll be starting in 2nd, 17th for your heat 2 and 12th place for heat 3. Next up then we have Tom Spence, who I believe is connected to Oliver Hall. I believe they are friends. He'll be starting his first heat from 8th position, which in turn will mean his second heat he's starting from 5th place, and then you'll be starting your 3rd heat from 18th.
Yep.
Next up then, we have Ash Shivers, who has been right at the sharp end in recent rounds. Won our last round in the main series at Bucknell Park, been very quick in the midweek series as well. He started his first heat from 11th, right slap bang in the middle, which gives you the extreme ends of the grid for the other 2 races. So you're in 11th, 20th and last, and then 1st. So for those who may remember, in the last midweek round, Ash Shivers started his heat 2, his second race, from I think it was 29th on the grid because he had a kart swap in quali, and he proceeded to finish 3rd. So that is good omens. Hopefully you'll have a good heat too. But yeah, that's where you'll be starting for your heats. Then next up we've got 2 people who very much are related. They're a father and son duo I believe. And the first one is the father, it's Simon Pugh. You'll be starting your first heat from 14th position. That in turn means you're starting your second heat as well from 14th place, and then your 3rd heat will be starting up in 4th. His son then, Adam Pugh, he will be starting his first heat from 5th place. So it'll be 5th place for heat number 1. You'll be starting in 11th place for heat 2, and you'll be starting then in 15th position for heat 3. Next up then is Nigel Pybus, who's racing in the series for the first time, but will be a regular from here onwards. He's doing all of the remaining rounds. So Nigel will be starting his first heat from 6th position. So Nigel will be starting in 6th. You'll be 9th for heat 2, and at the moment you'll be starting in 16th place in heat 3.
Yep.
Next up then, we've got Anwar Beryl Smith, our current championship leader, 8-time Club 100 champion, Tillotson World champion. He's won everything you could possibly win, and he will be starting his first heat from 16th place, so all the way towards the back of the grid. So he'll be starting in 16th for heat 1, and he'll be starting in 10th position for heat 2, and 6th on the grid for heat 3. Then next up we've got Robin Hall. He'll be starting, and he's new to the series I believe, he'll be starting his first heat from 19th place. So you've got the nice chilled start for your first race in EKS. Towards the back, you can just hand back and yeah, not get too involved in any chaos if you don't want to. But yeah, Nigel will be starting in 19th place for heat 1. He'll be 4th on the grid for heat 2, and then 9th on the grid for heat 3.
Yep.
Next up then, we've got Hugh Morriton returning again to the series. He's done all the rounds so far of the Midweek Championship, been racing with us since the start of 2024 as well. One of our stalwarts of the series.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Hugh,
20th.
starting in 20th position. So you've got the chilled out one to begin with. That does then mean you're starting 2nd for heat 2. So you can learn the track and just generally chill at the back if you want to for the first heat before then, yes, very much being up at the sharp end for heat 2, starting up in 2nd position, and you'll be starting your 3rd heat from 10th. Next up then we've got Callum Brule, the Williams F1 brake mechanic I think he is at the moment. He's working within the engineering department of Williams F1, so if anything goes wrong on the Formula 1 car it's his fault. He is starting his first heat from
15th.
That then means that Callum will be starting his second heat from 12th position, and his third heat will start up in 5th. Last driver then currently on the entry list. As I say, we are expecting more drivers to book in, so they'll be added onto the list in due course. But currently the last driver entered is Dom Hughes Clary, who is going to be a regular in the EKS going forward from here. And he's starting his first heat from 18th position. So he'll be starting in 18th place. Then he'll be starting from 6th place in heat 2. And he'll be starting in 8th place for heat 3. So Dom is already booked into our next 4 events in EKS. So welcome along to the series, Dom. It'll be great to have you along. So we've then got 3 spaces left currently in heavyweights. We're obviously going to proceed under the assumption that all 3 spaces will get booked in the next 5 days. If so, the grid numbers, like I say, with the lightweight drivers, will be assigned to drivers in a random order of when they book in. So one of the drivers who we assume will book in will start his first heat from, or their first heat from 7th, which will in turn make them start 7th for heat 2 and 17th for heat 3. Another driver who books in, if they book in,
17th
will be 17th on the grid, which will then give them 8th and 7th for their remaining races. Another driver, if they book in, will get 4th on the grid for their first heat, and then they'll get 13th and 14th. As I say, with the lightweights as well, if we don't get 20 booking, then everyone will just shuffle forwards. We've got grid sheets there as well, which we can use for any different combination of drivers on the grid, any different number of drivers on the grid. So they'll just change accordingly. Nothing will change much, just a couple of people get bumped forwards a little bit. But yes, that is our draw for the midweek round, which is coming up next Wednesday. It costs £99 to enter. You can book into it via our website, which is linked on our channel and linked in many other places as well. It's elitekartingseries.co.uk. Feel free to head over to the website. Like I say, £99 to enter. We're running our heats and finals format for the first time. That should be the first time we've ever run kind of fixed, pre-drawn, predetermined mixed grids before in EKS. Normally we obviously set the grids based on your fastest lap in your previous session. So that's what we're going to be doing. As I can see Benji Hamilton currently looking through the window. Hello. Benji Hamilton finished in 4th place in our Silverstone showdown here last month. But yeah, that's where everyone will be starting. Feel free to book in and we'll see you all next Wednesday. So...